I just stopped going to therapy, which, that's never a good thing. No one ever stops going to therapy for a positive reason. It's never like, yeah, I beat it. Yeah. I'm actually only happy now. Getting along great with my father again. It's always a bad reason. In my case, it was because I went to these two guys, and I don't think these guys had licenses, to be honest. The first guy I went to was sad. Which, that's not the vibe you want for therapy. This guy, I was just there, I was like, I don't think life is worth living. He's like, preach. I'm like, no, I'm thinking of killing myself. He's like, same here, man. Oh, I have a lot of anxiety. How do I deal with my anxiety? He's like, kill yourself, I think. Kill yourself. I think that might help. I stopped going to that guy immediately. And then I went to this other dude, this next guy. He was like a normal guy. He wasn't like sad or anything, but the advice he gave, it seemed like he was making it up. He said, oh, you're anxious? That's easy. It's about how you talk to yourself. You can't tell yourself, I'm anxious. That just makes it worse. You got to tell yourself, like, I am experiencing anxiety. I was like, could you take this seriously, please? I have a real problem. You can't say that to someone with a real problem. You couldn't go up to a guy, sir, don't tell yourself, I'm an amputee. Just tell yourself, I am experiencing no legs. That's how you do it, sir. It's about how you talk to yourself. It's about how you talk to yourself. You gotta use action verbs, okay? You didn't get a DUI, you remodeled an Arby's. This is real advice this guy gave me. He said, okay, so if you're anxious, here's what you do. Before you go into a conversation, just picture it going as badly as it could possibly go. I was like, I do that. That's my problem. That's why I'm here, is to stop doing that. And he got mad. He was like, whoa, look, Jamie, your whole goal here is that you experience so much anxiety that it stops scaring you. Like, that's not the goal. The goal is just to not have anxiety. But this guy thinks you get so much of a mental illness that it like loops back around to being fine. He's like, by the end of this, you're gonna be so bipolar, it's just one pole. You are gonna be unipolar by the end of this. I mean, we're gonna make you so suicidal you just wanna live. I had to stop going. I stopped going to him and I told him. He got pissed at me. He was like, why? What, you quitting on me like that? Why are you not coming anymore? I was like, dude, chill out. I'm not saying you're a bad therapist. I'm just saying I'm currently experiencing bad therapy.
I think you should have anxiety, honestly, because we've all met people who don't have anxiety. Me? I don't care what anyone thinks about me. It's like, yeah, we know. That's why you suck. That's the reason people hate you. That's why you're an asshole. No good people don't say shit like that. Why do I volunteer? Because I don't give a fuck. That's why I volunteer. If you don't care what people think of you, that makes you an asshole, right? I think we can agree. If that made you cool, then the coolest person of all time by that logic would have been Hitler. Because he didn't care. He was like, yeah, I mean, they just hate me, but I'm just doing me. Yeah, they hate me because of my mustache. No, we hate you because you're killing everyone. He's like, if you can handle me at my verse, and you can...
The first time I told my girlfriend I loved her was an accident. Which, that's not what it's supposed to. Here's what happened. 1 month into our relationship, she took me out to brunch to meet her 3 best friends for the first time. It's like a high-stakes meet the friends brunch. It's important that it's the kind of brunch as a guy, you gotta act like gay enough that her friends like you, but not so gay that they become suspicious, you know? You gotta toe that line, you gotta say things like, oh my god, your nails are dope. That dress is lit, absolutely lit. Sick dress, bro. So I was killing it at the brunch. I was making small talk, buying them drinks, acting gaseously ambiguous. Crushing it. But afterwards is where I messed up, because as I was hugging my girlfriend of 1 month goodbye, I got out of the hug in front of her 3 best friends. I don't know why, but I went, all right, see you later, love you. And I could have just made a joke, right, to lighten the mood. Oh, that's weird that I said that. I don't know, I didn't. What I decided to do was to tell each of her friends individually that I loved them also. And like, everyone knew what was happening, right? It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, back up, and then crashing 3 more times. Oh, I'll tell the love, yeah.
on the love, yeah. On you. I love you so much. Came out the last hug. We started in a circle. It's now 2 lines. It's just them versus me. I look at them and I realize if I say the right thing at the end, I could salvage the whole interaction. But I didn't know what to say, so I just went, all right. See ya. I fucking bowed. Like a Japanese diplomat. I've never bowed before in my life. But for some reason, in that moment, I was like, all right, I love you guys so much. And I will see you in Osaka. We'll discuss tariffs. It's weird when you're anxious. You have like different fears than most people. Well, you know, everyone's afraid like that they'll die and go to hell. I'm more afraid that I'll die, go to heaven, and find out I just don't vibe with God. How much would that? What if I get to heaven first thing? I was like, bro, do a shot. Bro, I'll do shots, bro. I'm like, I don't drink. I'm sober. He's like, what are you, gay? Do a shot, bro. I'm like, what? Why are you homophobic? You didn't read my book? Bestseller for like 3,000 years. Can I find the time? Like this, it's an angel pussy. Are you also a misogynist? Bro, you gotta read the book. This shit is in the book. Also, no fucking shellfish. All right, that was I didn't like college though. I really hated it. There were just assholes. There was this group of guys on my campus who they date raped people, and the university didn't do anything. They didn't address it at all. I don't even understand the term date rape. Why is the word date in there? Does it matter what activity was happening before the rape? I don't think it does. And you don't do that with any other crime. It's not like you hear about Jeff. He got ice skating murdered. Wait, you're dating Matt? You can't date Matt. He's a hang glide pedophile. I was in a Spanish class one time. Here's a tip if you ever find yourself in a Spanish class for whatever reason. Probably you're taking the class. I think there's a lot of people. Spanish? I'll hang. Yeah. Here's a tip. You can say whatever you want in English as long as beforehand you say como se dice. At that point they don't care because you're trying. My Spanish teacher's like, David, how was your weekend? I can't do Spanish accents, but I'll try. She's like, David, how was your weekend? Is that better? It felt worse. So I'll do my voice for her. Jamie, how was your weekend? And I'll be like, como se dice had a pretty bad 69. She's like, oh, por qué? Like she's interested. I'm like, como se dice, some people think it's optional to wipe. She's like, we're gonna move on from Jamie. Don't like what Jamie has to say. Matt, how was your weekend? Matt's like, como se dice, want to hear way more about Jamie's story? It sounded pretty interesting. Como se dice, I thought it was a pretty good 69, Jamie.
It's kind of lame to like join a fraternity because you have to get hazed to join a fraternity. You have to be such a loser to take that deal. Could you imagine if I came up to you outside the context of a frat and I offered you that deal? I came up to you at a bar, like, yo, you want to be friends? But first, you gotta let me spank you. You gotta do my laundry for 3 months. And you gotta drink till you throw up. Could you imagine how much of a loser you'd have to be to then be like, all right, but can I pay you? Like $1,000 a semester? Does that sound good? Sorry, my dad was spanked in this building, so I really want to get spanked. I'm a legacy spanker. I went on a date one time with this girl. It went badly. The whole time she kept talking about the last date she'd been on. She said it went badly because the guy she went on a date with was a white supremacist sympathizer. Which, yeah, I feel like that doesn't really exist, because at that point, aren't you just a white supremacist? I don't think there's anyone out there like, I mean,
I'm not a white supremacist, but I get it. I don't like labels, but it makes sense, man. There's no one, you know why? Because white supremacists, they're generally very confident people. Too confident, I'd say. There's no white supremacist out there who's like, I just kind of feel like whites are the master race. It's stupid. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm such an idiot. It's like I'm a different race.
By the way, some white people aren't like cool just being white. Have you ever noticed that for some reason, whenever like a white guy meets a new black guy for the first time, they always act like they're auditioning to become black. Literally, it could be a guy who talks like me, he'd still be like, yo, salutations. All right, you good? You chilling? Nice. They start making noises. They don't even say words like yeah. Prap. We out here. It's so weird, dude. You never really see the reverse of that. You never see like black people audition to be white outside of like a job interview. But other than that, I don't really see it.
I was like, I didn't think I was racist, but maybe I am secretly. So I was like, what do racist people do? They say the N-word, right? So I decided I was gonna say it. Not like in public, not to someone. I was just like, I'll do a test like at home. I'll do like a at-home test. I did this, and I'm not proud of it, but I made sure everyone was gone from my apartment. And then I checked, under the beds in the closet. I made sure no one was in the sink. And then I went into the bathroom and I looked at myself in the mirror and I just said the N-word. And I didn't like it at all, which is the worst moment to find that out. Right after you said it. It's like finding out you're not gay as you swallow the load. Well, this is too late. I'm already here. So I was like, shit, what if someone heard that in a different apartment? So then I said again in the mirror, I was like, not cool, dude. Which even if someone buys that it's a different guy with the exact same voice, it's still an underreaction to someone saying the N-word in your apartment. They said the most vile slur, and I'm like, unchill.
So many weird laws about sex. This is the weirdest one. You can't have sex with animals. It's illegal to have sex with animals, that's good. I'm not against that. That's a good thing to have. I just think it's weird that we need that law. Do you know what I'm saying?
Not in all states.
What'd you say?
Not in all states.
Sure, yeah, it's whatever. But in this one, it is. Why are you? What you could go to Arkansas if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could. I'm not saying you should. That remains an option for you. But it is illegal here to have sex with animals, which it strikes me as odd because I don't think that that's a law that's stopping anyone from having sex with animals. Do you know what stops me from having sex with animals? It's totally true. I don't want to. That's the only thing it's not like the government, there's no like fist about. That's weird. I don't think that law stops a single person from having sex with animals. No one. If you're crazy enough to fuck an animal in the first place, you're not going to be persuaded to stop through legislation. What kind of person, that law passed? All right, fine. I'll knock it off. Okay, all right. You got me on that one. I'm a pig fucker. I'm not a rule breaker. I would never do that. Some people get mad that I do the accent for that joke. It's literally just because of statistics. That's why I do the accent. People who, yes! I don't know, why are you yassing other people fucking animals? Woo! Southerners do it. We don't do it. You can't fuck an animal in the city. You can't. Not when you have roommates. It's you can't pull it off. You just Me and the sheep are gonna be in my room for a little bit. No one come in. I'm shearing him in there. Any noise that he or I makes is due to the shearing. You come out later. We have milk now, so good news. Here's what I thought the problem was. I thought that I was gay. That's what I thought the problem was. So I was like, how do I figure out if I'm gay without doing anything gay? Without actually going for it. So I decided to watch a gay porn, which it's kind of like taking a rapid COVID test for your sexuality. It's not super accurate, I wouldn't say. You know what I mean? You get the rapid COVID test back, sometimes it's negative, and then you get the PCR back, and they're like, no, you are gay. You're gay. 100% you're gay. So I watched this gay porn. I think going into it, I was prejudiced. I was like, it'll be like lesbian porn, like they'll be like loving. That's not what it's like at all. It's mean-spirited, to be honest. The title of the video I watched was Whiny Bitch Boy Can't Pay. And he couldn't. But they made him. He overpaid, to be honest. Gratuity was included on that bill. Dude, it was hard to watch. It was two like big ass like Joe Rogan gay dudes just wailing on this little twink. And like they were saying mean shit. It was like meat. They were like, yeah, you like that? You like that? I'm like, you're gay too. Why are yeah, you like the gay sex I'm having with you. You love it. I'm like, why is that part of it? And my dick didn't move at all. And I watched the whole thing. You gotta watch. What if you're gay halfway through? You don't know. You don't know. I watched the whole thing, and here's what I learned. I learned this about myself, is I don't think I'm gay. But I think it might be possible that I'm homophobic. Not that I don't like gay people or I hate them. I mean, literally. I was afraid that what was happening to the small guy could happen to me at some point. That's why I always carry cash now. 100% of the time. I don't care where I'm at. This whiny bitch boy pays. You're not catching me not paying. I don't know. I have so much anxiety. It's bad. It's really bad. All the time. I'm anxious. Even when I'm receiving a blowjob. I'm anxious. That's true. It's true. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm not like this guy. You know that? Like he's trying to make guac. I might have chips later. I'm not that guy, and I'm not like this dude either. Like your middle management in an office. Put it on the desk. So I don't know what to do. I'm just. I don't know what to say. You can't be sincere. It's kind of creepy to be sincere in that moment. I really appreciate what you're doing for me right now. It means so much to me that you would do that to my body. This is important to me. You can't like make a joke either. Oh, you missed a spot. Oh, it's my balls. So I just end up making noises, but I get too excited. I make the wrong noises. It's not even sexual. I'm just. I sound like Mickey Mouse when I'm getting head. That's what I sound. You're really sucking me off there, Minnie. And girls make funny noises too when they're giving head. I remember one time I finished in this girl's mouth, and this is the craziest thing. I finish, and when I finish, I overplay it to me. I get to it, like I just overplay what I'm like. I'm like a guy who lost his buddy in a war. That's what I sound like. He's gone. So I finished in this girl's mouth, and she swallowed because she was a kind person. And she made this exact noise afterwards. She went, like it was like a commercial for swallowing cum. Like she was gonna turn to the camera afterwards and be like, and it's good for you too.